So, I would like to take a small break from politics because it's moving really slow. There isn't a whole hell of a lot really going on new, and it is like stupid. So I'd like to go into some different stupidity, if I may. There's a whole scandal around Cyberpunk 2077. Now, I think I mentioned before that I had started playing the game. I made a whole video where I was like, I quit. I'm quitting YouTube. I'm quitting my job. I'm just quitting life so that I can just do nothing but play this game. I love it so much. That was kind of right there, folks. There you go. That's your review. Now we're gonna break it down. But there's this whole scandal now. Like, people are wanting to sue CD Projekt Red, and PlayStation took it off their fucking platform. They're talking refunds for anybody who wants one. Like, and I don't really get it. 'Cause on the long list of games that I have played, the very long percentage of that list that were games that I believe were falsely advertised to me, like, this isn't one of them. I'm pretty much playing what I expected. Now, it's a huge AAA massive fucking game. So anybody that bought it thinking to themselves, I bet this is going to have no bugs. Okay, so you must be new to this whole video game thing. What? Like, I expected bugs. Honestly, I expected more and worse bugs than I've had. Like, as far as crashing, it crashes. But the game saves itself like every 10 seconds. Practically. Like, I haven't ever lost any more than like maybe 5-10 minutes of playtime because of a crash. Usually, it'll crash. It'll be because it's saving. And then it'll crash. You turn the game back on and you pick right up from right where you were. You know, so crashing doesn't bother me all that much because it happens maybe once every 3 or 4 hours. And I'm lucky if I'm playing it for longer than 3 or 4 hours during the week. And during the weekend, okay, it crashes on me a couple of times. Like, that ain't bad compared to some fucking games I've played. And the big problem I figured out that people have with it is not so much the bugs, right? It's not so much the crashing. It's all par for the course. The problem is that performance issues, like it doesn't perform on consoles. I can't even say very well. Like, look, for those of you who've played these types of games a lot, you understand that there are far away graphics and there's up close graphics, right? Up close graphics, very detailed, the whole fucking thing. You got all the trash on the ground, all the little things everywhere, you know, the screens and this, that, and the other fucking thing, right? All the shit you can pick up. All the detail stuff, that's all in the close-up stuff, right? Far away, like when you're seeing down the street a ways, you don't need all that fucking detail to be there because it would be so fucking tiny, it'd be a pixel on the screen. Who fucking cares? So you just kind of wash all that shit out. It saves on memory space so that you can run the game, right? You know what I mean? Like, so if you move fast enough, you will move into the faraway graphics section where everything's very blocky and it's all kind of fucked up and the details there. But if you then sit a couple of seconds, you get to watch the front process of everything appearing in the fucking world, which is, for the most part, kind of neat. But it really only matters when you're traveling a whole lot, and really when you're only running over great distances and shit like that. Like if you're running from here to 100 meters over there, yeah, you're gonna run into the background graphics, and then you wait a couple of seconds, and everything pops back in. Like that ain't the worst fucking thing that's ever happened. I haven't fallen through the world yet. I will say that. For as shitty as, the render time is, I have yet to fall into the world. I haven't died because of it. Now in Subnautica, which they're pretty much saying is a finished game at this point, in Subnautica on my Xbox, I walked out to the big trench with my prawn, and I dove off into the big trench, and I went, and I'm going down, and I'm going down, and I'm going down, and at about 500 meters when I was supposed to land at like 250, I was kind of like, uh-oh, I wonder what happened. And then I thought to myself, oh, I must have dropped so fast that the floor didn't fucking render in time to catch me. Like, right now in Subnautica, which they're saying is a finished game, in my main save game, the one where I'm trying to beat it, I can't. I got all the way up to the end. I'm going to do the end stuff. Unfortunately, I'm in my prawn. And whenever I get out of my prawn, I'm standing on the ground like I'm inside of... Not underwater, right? Like I'm inside something. I don't have to breathe. I can wander around on the ground all I want. Play around, do whatever the fuck I want. If I go any deeper, I can't go back up. I can't go up. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm stuck in my prawn suit. I can still move around all over the fucking place in my prawn suit, but I daren't get out of the prawn suit, and I have not been able to fix that. So my big, huge, long, like 20, 30 hour fucking gameplay save is crap. I have to start again. I haven't run into that with this game. That shit pisses me off. And Subnautica is supposed to be finished. So, right? Like, comparatively to other games, this ain't that bad. Like, I've been having a fucking blast with it. I will say this. You have to actively run into the background graphics to have the shitty graphics. If you're doing things, the graphics hold. It's not like you lose the graphics at some point. Like it's not like you'll be in the middle of a fight and you'll be popping up over a barrel to shoot at dudes, and then one time you'll go down and they'll be fine, and then you pop back up and they're all fucked up. That doesn't happen. Like, unless you run away and then run back, then it'll happen, and then you can shoot at blob people, but not for very long because they renders bad. Right? I don't know. I got the titty glitch to work. I don't know how it was I got the titty glitch to work. It worked on my other character. Somehow, I think what I did to do it was that I think I sold her t-shirt out from underneath her jacket, like in the sales thing. So then when I came back to my character screen, her titties were sticking out of her jacket, and I howled. It was fucking funny. There she is, titties just sticking out of her coat. I haven't gotten the dick glitch to work yet, but I'm trying. Because, man, that would be great. I would just love to run around with my dick flopping all over the place. That would be fun. But yeah, like, there's glitches, there's bugs, there's crashing issues. Yeah, it's a new game. Like, it's a new game. And not only is it a new game, but it's a new game that's been delayed for like a year. So, right? They could have pushed it back another couple of months and worked more on this shit. But honestly, it's a hardware issue. Like, this is why I'm a console guy. This is why I like consoles. You don't need to deal with that. This is the first time in a very, very, very long time that my PC isn't up to par to run a fucking game for me. You know what I mean? But, dude, I've dealt with the... Man, I remember when I was a kid, this is when the computers were still new, right? When I was a kid, and video games. And I would see these video games, because we'd go to Best Buy or something like that, and I'd look at the computer games, and I'd see these computer games, and I'd be like, ah, this looks so awesome. And I'd go to my dad, Dad, can we get this game? And he'd look at it, and he'd go, nope, won't play on the computer. And I'd be like, oh. So begging for games turned into begging for computer upgrades, so that I could then beg for games. You know what I mean? Like, and I hate that shit. I really fucking hate that shit. I hate having to upgrade my fucking system so that I can play games that I want to play. I like being able to buy a game, put it in, fucking play it. That's what I like. I've grown to accept the fact that if I buy a brand new game, I'm going to have to wait a month or so before I'm going to be really happy with it. Like, because sooner or later it does get to a point where it's all good. Like, I haven't really run into many games where the developers have been like, fuck it, I don't care, we made our money, and they don't at least try and fix it somewhat. I mean, you can argue Fallout. But at the same time, you know what I mean, they are still doing stuff for it. They're just not using a new engine, which is really what they need. But anyways, whatever. Like, I'm playing this. This is like cool Fallout. Like, this is good Fallout. It's still the best Shadowrun game I've ever played in my life. And I've played like every Shadowrun game that's come out. The one for Xbox sucked a dick. But the one for Super Nintendo is fucking amazing. And I have a full playthrough on my channel if you'd like to see. But this is the best fucking Shadowrun game I've ever played in my life. It's fucking amazing. The little references are great. Keanu Reeves is in it. He's awesome. Like, it's hysterical. I just rode a roller coaster with Keanu Reeves. We were all having fun. Like, some of the shit that you get to do in this fucking game, I crucified a guy. Like, honestly, I don't even really know how I feel about that one. Because, like, I crucified a guy. Like, that's not a joke. That's not a joke. That's not an exaggeration. I wielded the hammer. I put 3 nails in this motherfucker and then pushed a button that raised the... I crucified a guy. Like, I full-on crucified a guy. You know what I mean? So, like, it's crazy shit that you get to do in this game. This game is so fun. My car fell in love with me. Like, dude... It's so much fun, and there's so many interesting things. The story's great. They took so much time and effort in the details in this game. I mean, they took so much time and effort in the details of this game. One of the special weapons that you can get, you have to loot it off of a corpse. You don't kill the corpse, and when the guy becomes a corpse, you're in a cutscene. He dies in a cutscene. So how do you get the fucking gun when the dude dies in a cutscene and you're miles away across town when the cutscene ends? Like, how do you get the cut? Well, you go back to where it was in the game, and psh, there he is. Like, he'd just been shot, and then you get this stuff off of him. Like, the detail in this game is amazing, and the storyline is fucking fantastic. I love all the game mechanics. Nothing's really all that clunky. There's some shit that's broken. I don't know how purposeful the breakage is, but there is some shit that's fucking broken. Like, it's like every time I pick up a new weapon, I'm like, wow, the game's like, but I think the game's just supposed to be broken. Like, I think you're just supposed to be that amazing. Like, yeah, I know it's amazing. You're supposed to be that amazing. Like, I guess, I don't know, like, whatever, but it's fucking cool. Like, it's a really fun game. Like, it takes all of the fun aspects of so many different games and puts them all together. It's Shadowrun in the new age. It takes aspects of, like, Fallout, you know, the first person stuff. It's all very Fallout, and it's great. It's good Fallout. It's Fallout with good graphics and a game that works. Like, when you're There are times when it doesn't work, but when you're actually playing parts of the game, when you're actively in a fight and shit like that, the game fucking works. I was shocked at the amount of shit that CD Projekt Red is getting for this fucking game. Cause I'm like, this didn't happen when Fallout 76 came out, and Jesus Christ, if there's a game that fucking deserved it, it's that one. You know what I mean? Like, Bethesda deserved to get sued and all this kind of stuff. This is not bad. Like, this is a fucking great game. It's an amazingly good game. And honestly, I'm kind of pissed off that people are essentially getting it for free. Right? They're doing refunds. I hope they're taking it away from them. I hope if you get a refund for this game, they take it, they wipe it off your fucking shit. You can't play it anymore. Because fuck you, man. You know, you shouldn't get this good of a game for free. I'm glad I paid full price for it. It's that fucking good. I'm on my, like, third playthrough. Technically that, you know, whatever. But, like, I played my one character, my first character, and I played it the way I play games nowadays. I mostly did the storyline. I fucked around with some of the side shit, but for the most part, I didn't do much of it. I got up to, like, level 35, had so much fun with it, started a new character. Got him up to level 5, but I was like, I don't really like the guy voice actor. Like, for your male character, I don't really like the voice actor. So, I was kind of like, whatever. And then I made another girl character, because I like her. I like the voice actor for her. And so I made another girl character, and I'm level 16 right now. And I'm playing it the way I used to play video games, which is I do all the side stuff first. And then I go through the story. Because I want to take more time with it. I love this fucking game. Every time I turn a corner, there's something new that's awesome. I had played this game for 100 hours, and today I got to ride a roller coaster for the first time. Thought it was fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool shit. Like, I fixed it, I rode it, it was cool. I rode it with Keanu Reeves. Me and Keanu Reeves rode a roller coaster today. It was cool. It's a fucking really fun game. I don't know what to tell you. It's a great storyline. Everything's great. I think it's fantastic. If you're playing it on PC, you're going to have a much better time with it because everything will be performing better. If you're playing it on Xbox, it performs shitty, but there are ways around it. You can you can walk everywhere. Or you can fast travel to where you need to go and then walk there. You know what I mean? Like, allow the graphics to render as you go, and you'll never run into the fucking problem. If you run down the street, though, you're going to be in the shitty graphic area, and you're going to have to wait a couple seconds. Boo-hoo. Like, it's like fucking Grand Theft Auto. If running around the streets and shooting at people in Grand Theft Auto was your immersion, and having some blobby shit that you have to sit and wait for it to fucking unfuck itself, if that screws your immersion, when all the cutscenes and the great storyline and all the important stuff, like, actually works fine, like, if that ruins your immersion, you're fucking weird. Whatever. Like, that's the point where I'm least immersed in a game, is when I'm just running around the streets. So, whatever. Like, it doesn't fucking bother me that bad. I'm not that goddamn picky. Or whatever. Fucking uppity about my shit. Like, it's a fun-ass fucking game. I can't recommend it more. Even with all the problems, it's still an amazingly fun fucking game. There's still a lot of problems with it. I've had a lot of shit that's annoying. A lot of times I've had to resave, start shit over again, because I'm like, Like today, I was being hacked by somebody. I killed him halfway through the hack, because that's what you want to do if you don't want him to complete the hack. But it bugged the fucking sound and the little fucking bar on my screen. So I had the little loading bar screen and the noise going constantly, and I'm like, ugh. So I saved and reloaded. Gone. Like, that's how you fix most of the shit that's wrong with this fucking game. You save and you reload, and everything's fixed. This is the thing, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Like, of all of the games that I've played that have pissed me off for the unfinished nature of their release, this is the least. Like, maybe it's just so goddamn good of a game that I just am willing to accept it because fuck it, I don't care. It's such a good goddamn game. I don't know, but it's such a good goddamn game. I guess I'm just willing to accept it. fine with it. Like, I'm having a blast. I can't be having more fun with this fucking game. So, that's my review. That's the, you know, the thing. Oh, I guess there is one thing I just haven't run into. Like, I guess if you get your save file to over 8 megabytes, then it corrupts the save file. I haven't run into that. I don't know what the size of my file is, but I guess it happens through like shit tons of crafting. I think I've crafted a few thousand healing things, but then I sold off all the proceeds of that because that's the money glitch. So, like, I don't just keep millions of fucking crafting components. And I don't keep every fucking gun that I pick up. So, I don't know. Maybe it's your playstyle. But, whatever. Maybe I'll run into that one someday, and then I can be angry and angry and angry about it, or not, or I don't know. I'll just start over, because, fuck it, I'm having fun. So, I don't know, man. Like, but whatever. I've been having a blast with this game. So, if you've been having problems, like, and also this, the whole PlayStation thing, I don't know how bad it was on PlayStation. Honestly, I don't. But from what I understand, from what everybody that has a PlayStation tells me, the PlayStation's a better machine. So I would expect that a game that, as far as I am concerned, yes, is obnoxious and annoying, but runs just fine on an Xbox. You guys bitched yourself to not be able to fucking play it. And I find that to be hysterical. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm having a blast. So, everybody else whining and fucking whinging about the goddamn game, hey, if you're one of those people, leave a comment telling me why it is you think the game is so fucking awful. But I've played it through once entirely. And I had so much fun. I'm playing it through, but more entirely now. You're gonna have a really tough person to convincing me, because I'm looking at it. So I would love to hear your stories of fuckery with the game if you got them, and otherwise, hey, and I get that it should be working fine. But all of them should be working fine. I think the CD Projekt, there's something else going on here. I don't know what it is, but there's something else going on here with CD Projekt Red. Like, I don't know if this is the straw that has finally broke the camel's back, but it's a shame. You know what I mean? It's a shame. Because CD Projekt Red is up to lose a lot of fucking money over this, which means that they're probably not going to put as much fucking shit in it, or not be able to, because they're going to have to deal with that money loss they've spent 20 years making this game or whatever, and it's not like they didn't put a small amount of money into it. So now they're going to be dealing with all this shit, which makes me wonder what else is going to be coming out for this game. Because honestly, I was hoping for some Fallout level fucking content afterwards, like 3 or 4 really good DLCs that are like whole stories in themselves. Like, I want to get as much out of this shit as I possibly can. This is a fucking amazing game. I want more than the 2 fucking DLCs that came out for Witcher, even though they were, the one was really good size and the other one, but like, I want more out of this game. This is a good start. I want a brand new stack on fucking DLC for this game every year. I want this to be the new Assassin's Creed. I want a new fucking Cyberpunk every year. I want a new whole game experience. That's what I want. Give me a new life to live in Night City. Every fucking year. I would love it. It'd be the only fucking game I'd play. Like, seriously, this has potential. If they can pump out enough content to keep me into this game, keep me busy with it, this could be the last video game I ever play in my life. Because it's just too fucking fun. Like, every time I find something new or try something new, I find something or try something that's amazing. So I don't know what to tell you. I could play this game 500 times in a row and probably love it every fucking time, and to have a brand new, different character every time too. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's great. I'm having a blasty blast with it. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me your experiences. I'd love to hear them. And yeah. If you're an Xbox owner, because if you're a PlayStation owner, can't play it. But if you're a PC owner, get the game. It's an amazing game. If you're an Xbox owner and you're thinking to yourself, I hear it's really fucked up, you now know everything that I have had happen to me. I honestly can't think of anything else that has happened. I mean, there's little goofy glitches like that. So certain screens will stay. Like sometimes you'll do something at the wrong fucking time while you're picking something up, and then you'll have the fucking item just be on your screen. You know what you do? You save, you reload. It's gone. Goofy shit like that. They drop the last couple of words in just about every fucking sentence if you're running while you're listening to people talk on the phone. Don't run when people talk on the phone. And then you hear it all. Like, I haven't found anything yet that doesn't have a reach around of some sort or another. You know what I mean? Jerk it. So I'm baffled by the amount of shit that CD Projekt Red is getting over this fucking game on the consoles. Like I said, I play it on PlayStation. It could be terribly fucked on PlayStation, but that ain't CD Projekt Red's fault. That's PlayStation's fucking fault. That's their shitty fucking system. I guess we know which is the better system. The one that seems to play it pretty fucking well. It's got its problems, but what video game nowadays doesn't?